my friends. I hope you're all doing okay today. It's me, Mr. Jackson, and welcome to the Doodle Droid. Expect a lot of new videos coming up soon. Today's video is going to be how to draw an old school video game, like the kind that you handheld video game for when you're traveling around. We're going to draw the old school one, like the kind of from when I was a kid. And you don't really need anything special. You could use a Sharpie marker, a normal pencil. I'm going to use one of these markers because my Sharpie is pretty dry. But nothing special. If you have a ballpoint pen is fine. And I'm just going to use a white piece of paper. So if you need to go find those things, go ahead and grab them. You can pause the video. But if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. Line drawing, but we're going to make this like a three-dimensional line drawing. We're going to have a few 3D forms in here. Most of it is going to be a rectangular prism. So it's like a 3D rectangle. But we're going to have a couple little tiny cylinders in there as well. So first off, I'm going to make my whole video game system about this big. Alright, so I like to just kind of visualize it before I start drawing. And I'm going to start out with a diagonal line going that way. And now I'm going to draw another diagonal line. Make sure it's not as long as this one, because remember, a rectangle has two longer sides, two shorter sides. And I'm going to come down this way. And then I'm going to draw another long line. And now before I complete this, I remember that the bottom corner was kind of rounded, so I'm going to round this out. So this corner is rounded. Now let's make this thing 3D. So I'm going to draw from this corner. Here's my trick. Draw from this corner and make it parallel to the side of the paper. So I'm going to draw down. Okay, and then I'm also going to do that to this corner. I'm going to make it parallel to the side of the paper. And now we've got to connect these two lines. So I'm going to go straight and curve it around to there. Okay. Now for the screen. And since this thing is old school, the screen was pretty tiny. But what I remember is it had a frame around it. It was kind of a rounded rectangle. And then the screen was even smaller than that. It had a pointy rectangle inside of it. And there's a tiny little light right there to tell you it was on. Okay, now let's add, there's two buttons. So we're going to put two circles right here and here. And here's where the cylinders come in. Like I said, we're going to be really small cylinders. So I'm going to go to the edge of the circle, draw a tiny little line, connect it with a curve. Same with this one. Draw a tiny little line, connect it with a curve. And now let's do, there's two more little buttons. They kind of look like rice, two little grains of rice, small little buttons. I think we have A and B, and I think this was select and start. Now let's see, we need the direction pad so that you can control your character. And it kind of looks like a thick plus sign. So I've got a skinny little marker. I'm going to draw a rectangle here and go ahead and color it in. If you had a bigger marker, this might go a little faster. And then I'm going to draw another rectangle over here, color that in. I think this one needs to be a bit longer, so I'll make it a bit longer. And let's make the volume control. So over here I'm going to draw like a slice of watermelon kind of shape. So a line and a semicircle. And if you want to make this look 3D, just double that semicircle up and you have your volume control. So you just turn that little knob and you have the volume. And now on the screen, I think we should think of a video game that you want to put on there. It could be whatever kind of video game you want. Just think of something that you can draw in there. I think I'm going to fast forward this little part and you can just check out. You can draw whatever you want. You can color it however you want, but you can also see my example. So thanks for drawing with me. You can pause the video now and just work on yours, or you can check out how I finish this up.